Thanks for your interest in Lincoln Scholars. I want to answer some of the questions that you might have about our program. Here at Lincoln Scholars, we make intellectual and political diversity a priority. Now, what does that mean? We care about ideas, and we want students who care about ideas. But our view is that you can't really own your own ideas and your perspective unless you know the strongest arguments and perspectives on the other side. That means if you're a liberal, you need to understand the arguments of conservatives. If you're a conservative, you need to know the arguments of liberals. Or if you don't fit into either camp and you're just trying to figure out things for yourself, you still need to know all the different alternatives that are out there. No matter who you are, it's a benefit to you to know arguments and points of view different than your own. When we say our classes are based on conversation, sometimes people think that we mean debate. That's not what we mean. A debate is a conversation where you are trying to persuade someone else to agree with you, and that person is trying to do the same thing to you. There's going to be a winner, and there's going to be a loser. You know, a lot of American culture today is kind of like that, but that's not what we're trying to do at Lincoln Scholars. See, we think that before I can persuade you, I first need to persuade myself. That means owning my own beliefs and my own perspective. We think that part is a lot harder, but also a lot more important than just winning some debate. That's the challenge, but also the promise of what we do at Lincoln Scholars. Another important fact about Lincoln Scholars is that we read hard books. Now, why do we do that? The books we read are all foundational texts in politics, philosophy, political economy, and literature. These books are going to give you a solid grounding in debates that are still happening today. But more importantly, we select these books because they have a certain richness to them, a moral complexity. These are books that produce moments of cognitive dissonance, those moments that make you say, hey, wait a minute, I didn't understand this before. I need to take some more time to think this through. To get the most out of a book like that, you're going to have to find a quiet space, turn off your cell phone, and just focus. These books and these conversations are going to challenge you, no doubt about it. We just think that's not something to be afraid of. That's what college is supposed to be about. If that sounds attractive to you, apply to Lincoln Scholars and join our conversation.